Just burped. Okay. Hey guys, we're back. So today I'm here in the studio. Just did a little put together. Kind of want to show you guys what's going on. So I've had so when I was moving this painting here that I don't think I've shown on this channel yet. I've just been working on this kind of privately for a lot of months now. I don't even quite know how it's going to turn out. This painting was very white. Now it's very dark. It's had a lot of just input, just me just like tickling it with a little paint, but like not really. Oh God. It's just a project basically. And I don't even know what I want from it, but I'm just going to keep painting until my heart says to stop. So I've got this big guy going, but as you can see, she is loose here. So let me show you what I got going around the back. It's kind of, this painting is another painting, and I have this one just folded over the top. Ignore all my mess and everything. As you can see, there's another one under here, and I kind of want to leave that one as a little surprise, because that one is truly like, I'm calling it the cursed canvas. Like, it truly has a lot to it, to its history, that I just like, I've painted over and over and over again on it, and it's even got a little ripped and destroyed. So there's a lot that has to happen to it, and I have to see if I can even save it, because I might have to cut off the portion that was ripped, because it truly, I guess I'll show it without knocking down everything. That's a pretty nasty rip, huh? Because like, of all the canvas, I was like, of course, like the cursed one. It just had, you know, bad vibes to it, and I'll explain in another video, because this one is about this. So yeah, the duct tape from the last video, that canvas came out successfully. I actually finished that painting. Just adjusting my easel. I'll fix that in a second. But I finished that one, and as you can see, I added more duct tape to the back. So what happened was a dog, it had dog paws, came into my studio and ran across that canvas. Of course, the one day that I leave something on the floor, I literally have proof in the pudding, and there was footprints in the gesso, and I'm like, of course the gesso wasn't dry when this happened, like, of course. But I should let you guys know that the duct tape method, I did re-add a little more, but it stayed sturdy through whatever dog decided to come through and attack my studio. If I see a dog with like white paw prints in the neighborhood, I'll know. But I'm not mad at him. Honestly, this same canvas, and you can see even maybe in the light, like there's a dog footprint there, the little toes, 1, 2, 3, 4 toes in the beans. They are truly all across the surface. And when I originally, because I said this like was that Cecilia Bow master copy painting, I'm talking so fast, I'm so excited, and it's very hot in here. Yeah, that same one French toast, my cat also ran across, and left her bean prints in the gesso. So this canvas has, I mean, these stretchers just have animal energy, and I'm here for it. So here is this painting. I've been wanting to make that McNeil Whistler white girl, kind of Alice Neal with the blue outline inspired. Just painting from memory, truly. Just kind of interpretation of that. So that one is finished, and honestly, I'm going to give it a couple more days to cure a little bit better, and then I'm going to remove these stretcher bars and hopefully attract another animal, I guess, to the studio. I've got my legs up there. I made another copy of the Louvre Thief, like a little solid one. This one is really special and cool. Definitely going to be using that method more. I would have filmed that, but that was kind of like a just personal project, so not much explaining. Let me kind of sit you guys down in a better spot. Excuse me for burping. I'm like, ugh, not ladylike at all. Okay. I'm like, where is a good spot? I'm sure you would rather see the painting than my booty, you know? That's what we're here for. Though it is out because it's hot. And I have one of my all-time, if you're Hispanic, you know. And it's not an alcoholic, girl. And this is one of the best drinks. Oh, Jesus. It feels so good to sit on my crate. This is one of the best drinks of all time. Nothing quite beats drinking out of a bottle. And the ceiling is like falling apart a bit in here. I do have like little bits of wood that, you know, after it rains or my dog is running around upstairs, like there's like little areas where there's like wood chips underneath, and I have to make sure I don't have anything too like fragile and precious. But cheers, you know. This is a super acquired taste. If you try this and you've never had one and you're like, that's disgusting, I know. Because like, I don't even, truly, what is it made of? Malt, caramel, just bad stuff. But I was gifted one, and these truly are like the treat. Like, my mouth is literally like watering. I'm like so feral. This is like, I would chug it, but I'm not in my old ways. Okay, so we're 6 minutes in. Truly, I don't know how much I want to put on this painting, but I'm kind of in the mood to just finish up. You know, I've got a lot of unfinished work that I would rather get out of the way before I cut any more of my new canvas, because I feel like, you know, I should paint whatever I want, but at the same time, I have had these sitting for a long time. And I'm willing to even just straight up paint over them. But this one does have potential. And I did spend a lot of time on the face. And I think I used a mirror. Truly, I might just leave the face alone. It looks so interesting. But I did want to add more to the hair. And I wanted to make it clear what they're doing, basically. And a little more dimension to her. I kind of have been doing the Puro outfit, heavy on this one, but like, yeah, I want some more hair covering up some of that collar because it's a little too like sticking out there for me. Yeah, like I said, this was like mainly very white, and then I added a lot of dark. So this was, honestly, I couldn't even work on it at the time because I was running low on paint, but some very nice people have gifted me a little more paint. And it's a mess in here because I was like trying to decide what I wanted to do. I was taking stuff out of boxes and stuff. The pomegranates painting, love her. I have another Mona there somewhere. This is a bunch that are rolled up. My drawing pad, which is pretty cool, honestly. I'll let you peek real quick. I've got this painting, well, drawing, I guess, of this man. I don't feel like taking him all the way out. He is on my Instagram, but I'll fish him out a little better next time. And I have my little painting here that I never showed anyone until today. This one is very personable to me. I don't even feel like explaining it, really. That's like just one of those ones, you know. But I painted it around the time, honestly, a couple days before my cat passed away, so I felt like it was like an omen a bit. I guess I'll just tell you, it was based off of K. Sage, A Bird in the Room, and that painting was an omen of death. Or about one, rather. So mine just, it kind of made me like look over like, oh, you know, like when all that happened, like I was just like, maybe the universe knew something that I didn't. But anyway, let's get into this painting. I think I can sit you down right here. I don't know if that's a good enough view. You probably don't want to see my kneecap too crazy. I do have the parade tomorrow, so I have to quick get on that mergirl inspired outfit. Man, this is a really shiny angle. I do like the way the painting looks right there, but I don't know. It might be a touch too shiny. Maybe I can adjust it. Oh, that might be a little better. I don't know if my phone will even sit right there. I wanted to get my tripod out of my car, but I Oh, too much leg, girl. Stop. And I got these Skechers, so comfortable. I was wearing heels like all day yesterday and walking around the Natural History Museum, and I felt so cute, but girl, I was dying. But there's like a height of heels like about that yay high that I can make it work. But when it gets, I mean, when you're walking, I didn't realize everything was so spaced apart. Like I was like, ooh, I was not ready, truly. There was like, and I didn't have a big bag or anything, or I would have put my sandals in there. Okay. That looks good. You don't really need to see my palette. I'll just tell you what I'm using. And I've heard a hack, and it's been working pretty good for me so far. So ignore how gross this looks, because I'll use a bigger cup in the near future for this. But someone said to just leave your brushes dipped in the linseed oil, and you don't have to wash them. Not like not wash them. Like I've been trying to clean them in the Gamsol, but. And I know there's like a system where you can do where like you pour it in different jars and like just get the sediment out from the bottom and keep it clean. God, painting is so much. Truthfully, let me get a cup really quick without, I guess I'll just bring you guys with me. I'm just going to get a cup of that Mona. Anyone else getting a cup of their Mona? I'll explain. So, bought this odorless paint thinner because it's cheaper than the Gamsol. I don't know if this brand is any better or worse. Let me know if you know. I've just been using like, I don't really have a clean jar, but I'm just gonna put it, there was a little water in there. Let me wipe it. I believe that was just water. I'm not like a pig. I just, sometimes I'm come down here and I don't know what I'm doing. Like with what? Let me see. I guess I'll just do the pouring thing. Ooh, my teacher uses these jam jars, and she gave me a jam jar to put some of my Gamsol in. And as you can see, I'm not gonna like tilt it over at the risk of ruining my stuff, but it's super sedimenty. And if you leave it in another jar, it'll settle. So let me do that, and I'll just pour the new stuff in there. I wish I had something to better like dig it out. I'll just use a brush. Ooh, this is like, I've used this stuff to like tone my canvases, but apparently this is really unstable because there's just like all sorts of like, 3 likes and I'll eat it. No, I'm kidding. Please don't do that to me. But no, yeah, it's really unstable because it's all sorts of pigments, you know? Like I'm just gonna put that in the other jar. It's still fun to do experimental stuff, but like if I am going to try really hard on a painting, I do want to make it as nice as I can. Like I used to just not care, whatever. But ever since getting into the conservatory style of things and my internship, like I try to be as cool. I try to be as careful as I possibly can as I'm like breathing in these straight fumes. And this is some like legit stuff. Like I should be wearing a mask probably every time I'm just in here. I'm not trying to encourage bad habits, you know, but I just be doing whatever, but don't do whatever I do because I'm the girl. Like I'm Emily, you know. Emily is a bad girl. Don't listen to her. She's horrible. But damn, she can paint though. Okay, let me get some of my Mona, and if I was the girl I am, I would pop that with my snaggletooth, but I am going to use, this will do. And you see how my eyes are right here? Like, yeah, get like, okay. I'm generally like a safety comes first girl, I promise. And shrinkflation girl? Hold on. I've never bought this before and I can tell they shrinkflated it. It just fills it. Where's my eye? As I'm like staring in here. No, I swear this does not feel like... I know it evaporates quickly, but you saw the seal was on. So that already felt like half of it is gone, and they're killing me. You know, like even the turtle food, my humble food for my turtle, they've shrinkflated. Why? Like, do it to me, do it to, you know, the people, but the turtles though, like, it's one thing to make the container smaller, but the pellets are smaller. She's a big girl, like, turtles matter. And I'm building her like a pond. So she's in the midst of that, and let's get painting. As I have this like thinner right next to my drink. Let me try to like keep that pretty separate. That's also like a good tip. Like, that's why I usually drink with a straw. So that, because you know, you can dip your brush pretty easily. And I've had acrylics. I've had turpentine. You see how I couldn't even remember what like it was, but I've had stuff get in my mouth. Like in my film final, I was showing like a bottle of like turpentine, and it was small and it was like glossy. That's because it got all over me, and it sure did get in my mouth, and I was feeling it. But I also was like, did I break my sobriety? Because that was like the strongest thing I ever like. This is just as hard as like, you know. It's like the sensation of beer, but sweet and good. Honestly, better. So the inspiration from this was from Frida Kahlo. I think it's called The Two Fridas. I think that's just what it's called. It's been a minute. But yeah. I don't have any paint squirted out. This is just vibes. I have like, I thought I did, truly, but now I'm looking at it and they're all used except for the green. So let's get some stuff. This is like a horrible paint with me video. This is like be in the studio with me. And you see Girl the Spider, and she shoots out webs. Oh, I was supposed to make a film about her, but that was when I lived in a place with a laundry chute, because I was going to utilize that. And it's still possible to fake one, I guess, for the film. And by the way, if I just cut out suddenly or just wave by, it's because I just like need to stop for a second, you know, but I'll come back. I just get shy. Oh, no. I hate when this happens. Why do they make the tubes like this? It's fixable, but now I have an excuse to use more. That sucks. The titanium white too, like the most valuable paint that you can use, and I hate getting it on my skin. I don't really have gloves on me, but yeah, wear them if you're painting. Freaking hate when that happens. That's happened a lot, and it's always with the white. Like, why? It's like big white paint, you know. Government. This one's already hard enough to squeeze out. That's why it happened, really. It's already ancient, like it's ancient. I might as well go heavy on it. I wanted to anyway. Like I'm not joking. Like more. No. Like I might as well go heavy-handed because it's going to just get worse and worse. BRB. easily. I'm a calm girl. This is like, she's got money. I didn't want this painting like too thick, but I guess it wants to be. Oh my god, girl, not titanium on the skin. Don't do anything I'm doing. Yeah, I've had this for about a year though. I can put duct tape on it. It'll be okay, but I really don't like mixing chemicals and stuff. I might as well squeeze out all the paints I want in case that happens again. I wanted purple in here, but I never had purple before, but Haley gave me some. Because when you mix red and blue, it makes black. So you have to be really particular, like rose, permanent rose, and like the lighter blues and like white, but it's easier to just buy some. They're called like the convenience colors, like gray. Like obviously you can make, or you can just buy a tube of it. Sometimes you might just want a lot of it made, like all the same shade. Nothing, no judgment. But hues like this, like they can react to light. So just be careful where you keep your paintings. This one, I guess it's gonna be a thick girl now, but I'll eventually store it somewhere dark. I don't even want, I might just add blue. I don't want too many colors on this one. Ew, an acrylic? I'm kidding. There was one in there though. Just an old one from my friend. This one's pretty good. I don't know how old it is, if they still sell this at Flick. It's just any old ultramarine. This is one of my favorite. This was like the first color that made me go this before cadmium, honestly, but like first acrylic color that made me go was ultramarine. So I'm like, that is gorgeous. And ultramarine is always like such a nice consistency. I haven't found one that's been bad to me. I guess this is my life. I have to, is there something I can wipe on? I don't want this all over my brushes. Okay, well, let me gently hold my phone and I'm gonna try to wash my hands really quick because I don't like heavy metals on my skin. Sorry you have to see this. It's about to get loud. It's happening. Okay, I'm just guess I should practice what I preach and not just say stuff, you know? Alrighty. And we're back. I swear I can taste it. Is it on me? Oh. Make sure. It's not good when I'm like, can I taste it? You know, because it's not even good that I know what it tastes like, you know? Don't be mean, please. They do sell little things to like wring out your paint to, you know, not ruin the tube. Need that for Christmas or something, like, please. I guess let's just get started. I did want a little of the black. Hopefully, I'm going to be really careful with it because I'm not going to get up again. I usually make the black, but I have a little bit, so I'll use it. And it always stinks more, you know? The one I have is made of, like, the big one I have that really stinks. It says it's made of charred bones. Animal bones, it claims, but humans are animals, so you never know. See how I procrastinated painting for like 30 minutes? But I was getting ready. I didn't have anything ready. Okay. Let me see. So I kind of want to... I'm not going to explain too much of the painting or anything. It's weird to see it in reverse, though, on the... She's really, like, looking at the camera. I kind of like that. I'm going to try to keep that, like, in mind. I'm not going to explain every step because this, yeah, like, this is really an experimental number. Though I have duct taped or, like, nailed to another surface before. It usually is fine. This was called glazing, like putting the one translucent layer over the other existing layer. Kind of like seeing how it looks. I kind of always painted cloth the same, and I kind of, I don't know. No one really like sat down and told me how to do it, so I'm just figuring it out. Here comes the white. I like the underlying colors and then adding, you know. You have to consider the shape of the body. Because I don't even know her position. She had more of her feet hanging out, and now it's like they're gone. Like, so much has happened. This painting is like alive. It's moving. I wanted it to be like a marriage between me and myself. And we're eating a heart together instead of like, it's a take on Frida Kahlo's, like how the heart and they were sitting there looking somber. I wanted us to be like relishing in the fact that the heart is outside of the body and that we're kind of enjoying, like, it's more of a piece about like, I don't know, autosexuality or like, I don't know, just mischievousness versus like a painting that's more sad and about a division. I wanted to make one that's like an inclusion, like they're relishing in the fact that this weird stuff is happening to them. It was very deep. I have to like sit and look at it more and just like feel its energy and see what it's giving to me. I don't think it's gonna read like the same way that I'm interpreting it, like just from like the audience. It kind of looks like a religious painting, but like with confusion. That's okay if people think that. I just want it to look beautiful, really. Like the hair was supposed to be like the veins that were in that painting, but if they don't read that way, that's okay. Get that brush with more Gamsol on it and try not to get my hair in the paint, I guess. It's usually best. Like a lot of the paintings that I'm doing with the direct eye contact, I kind of wanted to like make you as a viewer feel like you're interrupting something, whether it's like sexual or not, like just like you're interrupting something, like we're doing something, you know. Like leave the girls alone. we're occupied type of vibe. No idea if it's giving that. But I definitely am glad I waited so long on it because it needed the glazing. Like I couldn't just put these colors down. They need the other colors to shine through. And it does have like the flower from the McNeil Whistler painting, the lily. Though I don't know if I want to paint that out. It's not my favorite, just sitting where it is. But I did put it there in the past, so I'll leave it for now. Kind of never made one from this angle. Like I made this really fantastic booty, and then I painted over it, and I really kind of regret it. Honestly, it's on the painting that's underneath this. It'll come again soon. Honestly, I haven't really gotten to study one in real life. The nude models from our school, like there was some that would fully go all out there, but they were the guys. The younger woman did not, so I haven't really seen a beautiful girl booty in detail. That was like the only one. Like the rest, like I got guys like all over, you know. But yeah. So it was hard. I tried to use my own in the mirror, but like looking back, girl, it was killing me. Like a picture is fine, but like the real thing is, you know, like genuinely just as an artist, like kind of need to see. Let me see that out, you know, for science, like. But hard to convince, you know. So my little back turned angle is a little odd. to take life drawing again, but the class filled up, and I don't even know if my teacher is going to be there next year, but it's okay. There's still some community places that do it nearby. I just have to I have to go see it and catch a vibe or ask how it is, because I'm more of a breast guy. I can paint a shirtless woman. I've seen that at least, but or I just know from memory, or I can just use myself. But I'm not very gifted, They're there, but it's not. It's definitely not the same. I used to be insecure about it, but now I prefer it because I'm kind of more gender neutral vibes. So I don't know, I feel if they were massive, I would be I don't know. I feel I personally would be insecure. And I like to tell myself that, but it's also it's also true now. And I'd be getting sweaty and overstimulated. I already don't like people walking behind me. I like that people look me in the eyes. I've only had a guy struggle to hold eye contact a couple times, and I was flattered, but at the same time I'm if that happened consistently, I think I would I would be insecure personally. And I'd be respectful to people I'm talking to, but not everyone is. So I love having all these underlying colors because it's really making the cloth look interesting. I'm kind of liking seeing it on camera so I can see how it's how the light's hitting it. Especially in reverse like that. That's pretty cool. Would recommend. It's hard to decide how I want the cloth when I'm done, because I don't even have this garment before me to see if I'm making it look okay or I'm just hoping and praying, honestly. I don't know what I'm going to do with this painting when it ends. If I'd enter it in something, I'm not sure. It would have to be something specific. I didn't make it for class, so I can't really put it at school, but every now and again they do the shows where it's just whatever you want to enter, whether it was made on campus or not, a community show. They done one last year, and covering up the flower at the bottom, it wasn't I'm not even going to show you because it's gone now, but it made me feel better. That wasn't the painting for that. That was getting into too many history paintings at once, which I'm down for, but maybe not in this canvas. The one underneath it is inspired by God introducing Adam or Eve to Adam from the Garden of Earthly Delights. It was going to be called Garden of Earthly Delights, E-R-F-ly, Earth, that's my initials, but so corny. That's why I like it. I'll have to see how it comes out. Truly. Let's see if I can see this on camera. Get more of a view like that. I guess you don't need to see my face so much. I'm just gripping my palette with the old grippers. Yeah, I'm not even too sure, what I wanted. Oh, it's looking okay though from the camera. Yeah, that now that I see that, this part's a little odd to me, or something needs to change. When in doubt, just cover it up with a bunch of red hair. I had my hair curly this morning, but I straighten it. I don't know why. Like I said, it's more comfortable, so it just gets knotted up so quickly. And I don't have like curly product. And I don't really buy it because I don't. I love curly hair. Just mine just doesn't last. It really doesn't. The little short period of time I was like deciding whether or not I'd blow dried it already was getting tangled. I'm like, girl, no. If anyone has any advice, hit me up. But I think I'm fine just blow drying it. Trying to make a chromatic black and it accidentally just makes green because that green was too light. That's okay. When an area frustrates you, you know, you could just paint completely over it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, something is just off. Like, it might even be the angle of the face, but it like I've spent so long on it that can stay. When in doubt, cover that whole section with hair. I think, yeah. Get a different brush. So that was, I don't think that was. So what I'm gonna do, this is like a good technique if you feel like being wasteful. I don't always, but sometimes you have to. Just put the glob on there, then just spread it around. That's impasto-y, good technique. Cheers. I don't mind it getting warm too. I'm kind of gross about that drink. Because her hand kind of didn't need to be there. I kind of want to like tilt it down more, like holding the. She doesn't need to be holding the heart in the shirt now that I'm thinking about it. What are we at? 42 minutes. I noticed like I don't like making videos too long because I'm like I want you to still be able to watch other stuff on YouTube. I'm just vibing. If you're here just vibing with me, thanks. My dad wants me to just like paint like landscapes and water marbling. And like he sees my other stuff, but he still tells me about that stuff all the time. And I'm like, or just like spray paint or like stuff I can make to sell. I don't sell stuff. I'm a gallery girl. Like I will hang on to this painting until the end. Like I need something that like has my soul like in it. I can't just like paint people's, I don't know, like just stuff that they want. Like I'm not the artist for them if that's what they want, you know. I wanted to do my commission because he said do your thing, you know. That's different. That's really flattering actually, that someone just trusts me to do my own thing versus like paint this and I'll give you $100. And I'm like, these 2 tubes of paints were $100. Like I don't, it's not so easy. Plus, you know, like that $100 in my pocket is not, truthfully it'll be gone in a day and I might get some more supplies, but like I'll miss the painting forever. Like it truly is more than money, you know. A lot of stuff is. I mean, I have this little shed and I'm grateful now, but if I didn't have it, I'd still find a way to do what I need to do. Like, there's just stuff, it's just more than money to me, truly. I told Haley I would just rather be poor, and it still rings true to this day. If I just can't become successful and have people just have my art out there, and if the message is not good enough, or I can't make like books or like whatever, off of it, like it doesn't matter. Nobody needs to know. This is for me. I would rather be poor. I have been, I would just do it again. There's been times where my pride, has just left me with very little to eat, or just, not that I'm like hard-headed, I just know what my stuff is capable of, like, and it's more than a couple $100. I feel like that's selling your soul. Like, if you sell something that means something to you, not that like getting rid of it is bad, and obviously I'll have to make some more space for new stuff, because this is the scale I like. I wish this was twice as big. I wish these paint tubes were twice as big, like. But life is not about like money. It really isn't. Like, the poorest people I know are so smart and so capable, and they care so much. Then there's people that just go to school like to do something they don't care about because it makes a lot of money. And that was me for a very brief period of time. And I was losing my mind. I felt like, genuinely, like, why am I here? I'm not here for other people. I'm here for myself, but I want what I produce for myself to help other people. That's the end all be all. I'm gonna get a different brush because this one was dirty. Like, and no shame in, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta feed your kids, take care of your family. Like, no judgment. Not everyone can sit in pain and be poor. I feel very privileged that I'm able to eat now, and I have my shed, and I have people that give me paint and are just very nice to me. Like, I didn't buy this brush, I didn't buy these clothes, I didn't buy, a lot of my stuff. And I'm finally starting to get my internships, and all I want to do is just put more towards this, and hopefully it can get more out. Like, there was a girl that told me that my journey inspired her to want to go to school. I have a few people that have told me that, or that my poetry or that my painting meant something to them. And I've had people tell me it made them cry. And let's just keep it going. Like, let's have that human connection. Like, that's what art truly is. The fuck am I working in, like, a bank? Or like just stuff that doesn't matter. Like, every and I'm not hating on, like, that was just something I just threw out there because that's like a place, a square that has a dollar symbol on it, like a bank. No hate. Like, every job is necessary, obviously, and I'm not saying like everyone should just stop everything that they're doing and just paint, but everyone should have something that they go at the end of the day to that's just theirs, like, not for their kids or their parents or anyone but them. Be a little greedy and do something that makes your heart set on fire, even if it's just throwing like your basketball in the hoop, just so that you can feel like you're an all-star, even if you don't think you're gonna make it in the NBA because of your height, or just and just do something that makes your heart beat. Or else, what is the point? Like, crack open a book that might make you cry, and you have a connection with the person that wrote that book now. Everybody needs everybody. Can't tell how this is reading on camera. This brush is a little thick. They are jamming. Eminem? Or I'm tripping. I never have to like play music. I just live like in a loud, you know. I don't even know what's coming of this painting. This looks so funny right now. Hold on. They need to be closer together. It's not reading his hair. It's like red noodles, which I also enjoy. Like the red impasto has been like really... Yeah, no, I wasn't... I hope no one takes offense to, you know... Because I really... didn't mean to sound like a dick, but I'm like, that might have come off like a little bit, you know, but like have something that's your, like, I feel like those that understand what I said. Like if you misinterpreted that, just know that I didn't mean it in a bad way, you know, like I genuinely just want you, even the people that like me don't, you know, if you did make it this far, we probably have something in common, but I just, you know, I even had someone comment about my eyebrows, and I'm like, when I'm plucking them out, I'm thinking about you, you know. They were like, oh, she was the first to fall asleep at a party. And I'm like, or to pass out at a party, and I'm like, that wouldn't even happen, because I don't drink. And I was always the last one because I was able to drink the most, and I would not pluck anyone else's eyebrows out. And like thinking of someone like violating a part of my body while I'm unconscious, whether it's plucking out my eyebrows or shaving them off or like just doing anything to me, like just saying that about me is so rude. Like that wouldn't even happen, but like, girl, I'm protected, like. And I look fucking good with no eyebrows. Like, imagine. Like, come on now. They wish. Not everyone can be like an alien. But don't be mad because I can. Still wish them the best. You gotta be, you know, they took the time out of their day to interact with me like that, if that's the path that they chose, when we could have talked about art or like animals, you know, if that's how you choose to use your interaction with me, is to bully my eyebrows, baby. They're never coming back. So, and I'm gonna make sure of it. In your honor. Honestly, the texture of this is so nice. Like when you leave a painting alone, and you come back, and it's like that wet on dry. Ooh. All right, her hair is actually supposed to be blue, so let me get that ultramarine popping. I kind of want to use that same brush, so I'm gonna attempt to clean it. Getting a little high. How is that reading? That's like a big sheet of hair, huh? I guess I'll fix it with the background a little bit. Like I'll integrate it more with the next layer, but it will have to dry for like a day or two. But I'm not mad at it though. It's like a weird angle. You guys are, but see, it's not. Honestly, I'm digging it. It's not like, I kind of have that thickness of hair almost. It's like frizziness, but yeah, let me, God, this smells so, it's good to me, but bad, like, you know. Okay. And of course, okay. There's a lot of pigment in there. I wanted to like, I guess I'll like wipe this off on the painting. I didn't want too much more of that hair on there, but guess I have no choice. it's for the best I came back to this after a couple months because I have a different look for it now. I have a different emotion about it now. Can you imagine being a man though and hating on a woman's eyebrows? Like, I've never talked about. I don't even look at men. I don't look at their eyebrows. Could you imagine though? Like, just like commenting on a woman's beauty. Could you imagine? I don't know. I can't say I have, and I'm a girl, so you know, I just I will give no further energy to that comment. You have to realize that some people just want to get energy and a reaction out of you, and I give that back. So good luck with whatever that brings you. Okay, so when I do the background again, I'm going to cut out a little bit more of that. So it's fine that it's looking a little garish. Let me add some of that to the heart. And she does have hands. They're just a little dark. I'm only gonna work a little bit more on this because this video is an hour, and then I'm just gonna like do my own thing because not much more like explaining to do. Just kind of a paint and chat, really. Just cleaning off this brush a little more. I have like so many little containers of thinner. You're rich when you have a couple containers of thinner. Truly. The ultramarine. For her garment, the color scheme, I don't know. I kind of like them both like in the lighter color because like they're married. I'm digging how her cloth is looking. I kind of want to add just a little more so they're on the same page as they dry. And just a little more of like that big brush with the Gamsol with the thinner and with the white. Just trying to have my paintbrush off my lap so I could breathe for a second. But see, I said paintbrush and not palette. See, we're getting there. For my for the health of my brain, I'm gonna have to stop in a moment, truly. This brush has way too much juice in it. Nice dry one. A dry brush with thinner can save a lot of mistakes. Almost like an eraser, but you gotta be careful because you don't want to scrub up the layer underneath. It depends on when you put it on there, how dry it is, blah blah. It seems I just attacked it. My room stunk when I made this. It was really, really bad. I just like attacked it with that black color. That ivory black. I think I took charcoal to this at some point. The surface is not smooth because that painting underneath is very rippled. She is just wearing, like, I guess, like, the more plain dress. Mine is more of the jester-esque. Trying to make sure it falls properly on the body and not weird. Like, make sure she has shoulders. Yeah. Does that one look too weird? No, that looks it kind of eats. Yeah, her hair is, like, big, but I always, like, paint the hair bigger and then chop it, you know. I know I said that, like, 8 times, but the thinner is getting to me. You get, like, a really graphic look, though. I mean, use, like, the layers. I think, you know, since I have so much of this out, I might have to make the background, like, it was this really, like, wishy-washy, like, light background. Really thin, like, I barely touched it after I toned. But I think I'm gonna add a little thickness to it. It was very, like, Madonna of the Meadows, but now they can be, like, in the sky, I don't know. This blue I just mixed is perfect. And I might change the vibe in how I feel because it's so dark. It's like becoming like, it's too one tone, which I don't mind. But I don't know if that's what I want. I don't know what I want. Well, I guess I do, you know, happy Pride Month. But there's like, I don't know what I want with this painting. It's a little awkward making the circle, like, I'm at such a weird angle right now. I'm not even like, let me get like right with this painting. I'm sitting crazy. Is it like, a little too much? I don't know. We'll see. Hey now. The amount of thinner is like, low-key, I need a nap, like. I think I have enough paint on there, I can just like add more thinner. It's kind of too thick, so let me see. I don't know if I want her to have a halo or not. I liked the way it looked, but maybe I can just go over it and like at the highlight. You're allowed to change your mind 80 days into the painting. And if no one says you can, I did. And yes, I'm checking out my own butt. Oh my god, it has paint on it. See, I'm giving away too much for free on this channel. That's like making the face pop more for me. Honestly, I thought I went too late, but maybe I can even go later, because that looks way better. And like her face had less attention given to it because it wasn't like me at first, but I guess it will be me now. Maybe I'll have to take a picture like looking down, so might cut this video and like, let me give her like 5 more minutes. Actually, let me give her like 0 more minutes because I want to do that now, and it looks like I have to wash my hand and my booty, so let me go get some fresh air, finish this Malta, and here, cheers guys.